Jake, British Grand Prix this weekend. Thanks for joining us. Silverstone, I guess it's a special weekend in your diary.
Yeah, obviously it's great to come to Silverstone and have a home Grand Prix here. It's so good to come back, and obviously being in good form at the minute, coming off the back of a podium, it's great. And like I say, just can't wait to get out there and give the fans something that they all want to see.
5 years since you made your debut at Silverstone. Thinking back then, did you think that 5 years down the line you'd be going in fancied as one of the top man and actually Britain's top Grand Prix rider?
Well, yeah, obviously doing the wild card 5 years ago was something different, because obviously knowing it was only a one race, and then there was no pressure because I didn't know the Grand Prix bike, I didn't know anything, and then for the next couple of years then coming back to BSB and obviously doing my thing there. But yeah, this is now my third time doing it, but this is the most serious time that now I'm in competitive bike, competitive team. Now I can really try and make a stamp to try and win the race. I think it's my best opportunity so far to come into Silverstone, so yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
You've been strong all season. Has something changed this year that's helped you make that step up?
Just the team. I went from, like I keep saying to so many people, I went from last year P18 in Valencia to 2 days later riding in Jerez with my new team and being fastest. So that says something. Obviously the team is playing a massive part in. Now I have a competitive team. I'm making obviously a good difference to myself as well. So yeah, I'm obviously really happy about that.
I mean, Moto2 looks like an absolute savage class. I mean, everyone's got more or less the same material to work with. What difference does the team make?
Massive, because everyone is on the same material. The team makes the biggest of inputs and everything is so close. So obviously you have to focus a lot on yourself and try and get the maximum out of yourself. And like I say, now I have the team and now I have the bike. As a package, I can really work on myself. So I think that's been the biggest difference this year, and it's really obviously showing in the results.
Taking a step back, I mean, I first sort of remember you, because I'm older, I remember your dad racing.
Yeah.
And so when your name cropped up in, I think it was National Superstock,
Yeah.
you were wearing a 46.
Yeah.
I mean, that must have been a bit surreal to be racing with the real 46 last year.
Yeah. We've obviously been Valentino's teammate for a couple of races, was obviously awesome. Not many people can say that they were his teammate, and yeah, that was obviously nice to have him alongside me on the box. But yeah, it's definitely a different experience again, because obviously I did the wild card at Silverstone, so it was a different sort of pressure. I didn't feel so much pressure to go out and perform. I just wanted to do the best job I could possibly do and try and show that I'm worthy of being in the MotoGP class. And I felt like I did that over the two races that I had on the bike. It's obviously great to have a look at people's data like Valentino and then obviously Fabio's as well.
I mean, is that still the plan to move up to MotoGP?
Yeah. But at the minute, my main focus is obviously to win the World Moto2 world title. So that's my main priority, and to obviously win races there. And once I've done that, then I can start to look towards obviously moving up into MotoGP.
We talked earlier about the fact that you did that sort of stand-in ride at Silverstone all those years ago. I mean, that must have been a massive step to go from a production bike to Moto2 bike.
Massive, because I'd never rode anything other than just road bikes in my career. So to go and ride a Grand Prix bike was completely different. And at that time in that race, I was racing against Augusto Fernandez and actually beat him in that race. So, and it's funny now to look down the line, now I'm full-time in Grand Prix, that it's me and him battling at the front now. So we were battling, I think, for 17th and 18th or something around them positions, to now battling for first and second and third. So it's obviously, it's good to see the progression, and yeah, it's really nice.
And when you got off the bike after that, did you think, oh, I could do this, or were you like...
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The team were actually really impressed with what I did. They tried to get me in the Grand Prix paddock for the following year, but it just didn't quite work out. So then obviously in 18, I raced British Superbikes, went for the title there, fought until the end with me and Leon, and just missed out at the end. And then obviously the following year in 2019 was my first full year in Grand Prix, but it was definitely a different experience going into Grand Prix, but yeah, it's something that I would never change and I love now.
I read somewhere a few weeks ago someone saying that it's so difficult for British riders and American riders to get into Grand Prix racing, and it's very political. Do you find it, I imagine it's a completely different environment to...
So different.
Yeah.
So different, and It's great what Michael Lavitt is doing now, because he has all these different platforms, whether the kids are on Grand Prix bikes from young age, from over here, then to Spanish, then to Grand Prix, and I think that's great that Michael's done that, and I think it's only going to help British riders come through and have more British riders there, because in the last 10 years we haven't had so many riders there. So hopefully I've opened the door up for a few more people to come in and show that the British riders are capable of obviously winning races and being up there, and yeah, that's something that's obviously great.
Well, hopefully this will be the weekend that you show them that you can win it. All the best luck. Cheers. And good luck.
Cheers, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Cheers.